Buongiorno collectors. So I've had this model here. It's a 1/87 scale Ferrari 166 mm. It's quite old. It's got to be at least 15 years old. If anyone's interested, it's this brand Jolini, which is a brand out of Italy, and it's a resin model, but it has pretty nice details. If you look here in the interior, there actually is like a super thin steering wheel. It's pretty nuts, and it's got some printing on the dashboard and thin windows. So it's a pretty cool model. You know, look at that metal grill and the metal wheels. I mean, for 1/87th, it's quite nice. But I found this thing. It's one of these Dydo kits again, and it's the same car, but a coupe version. So I'm now about collecting 1/64 scale, and so let's take a look at this guy. So I'm not sure if this is a brand of coffee. When I look it up on the internet, it's a couple coffee shops in like Tokyo and Los Angeles. In French, demi-tasse means half cup. It's terminology for making espressos, I guess, but I'm not really sure what the deal is there. But here's the list of other cars. You know, if this kit's okay, I'm gonna try to get this car as well. I think these are all existing in other brands. So anyway, so a Dydo kit, typical stuff. It's very similar to Kyosho. In fact, if we look at the back, it actually is made by Kyosho. So I cannot read any of that, of course. But what is this thing? Interesting. Kyosho has a 360 spider diorama. I'm not seeing a date, like a year of manufacture, but the other Dydo cars I've experienced have a date on the model itself, so maybe we'll find out now. Okay, so the 166 mm, it says here 1948. That mm means Mille Miglia, which is a really popular race back then. It's you know, people, affluent people racing their cars around. And the coachwork of this car is made by a company called Touring. I have to believe that this car from this era has a tube steel frame chassis, and possibly the bodywork is aluminum. I wasn't really able to find out what the bodywork is made out of, but it's made by Touring in their super light method, whatever that means. Boy, so this is obviously taking too long. So I'm back, and I put it back together. For those that don't know about these model kits, it's not too hard. You have to pop in the hubcaps or whatever into the tire, and then you put those onto the belly pan, and then you sandwich the interior onto it, and then the body, and then you screw the thing from the bottom. I will note that the screwdriver that came with it is too small. It wants to strip out the heads, so a PH1 is a better, it fits perfectly for these screws. So here's the model now, and it does actually say when it was made. You know, this first casting is from 2003, so it's a pretty old model. We gotta keep that in mind. Look at the tires; they're pretty nice. Nice tread pattern. The exhaust tips are kind of lame, but what can you do? Not much. The tires are nice. There's a little curvature to the sidewall, but the wheels don't really look very. I mean, they definitely don't look like wire wheels, but I don't. It's pretty hard to simulate wire wheels in 164 cheap models. Although this 187 here, it does have wire wheels. Granted, I think this is like maybe $15 15 years ago, so I guess that would be considered expensive, not sure. Okay, let's continue on here. So yeah, we have the Kyosho red and decent, you know, noticeable body panel lines. They're not totally filled in with the paint, so that's alright. We do have the Ferrari crest there, and we have a little silver paint here on this window, and some sort of molded in vents. So the taillights though are just painted, and that's pretty common, I think, with a lot of Dydos that I see online. There we go. I do like that they put a license plate here, and so it's Dydo 2003 MA, whatever that means. So that's nice. Okay, so we got the window there. Now you'll see here this paint rash going on. So yeah, this is a 14-year-old model. So, and red is like the worst color, it seems, for paint rash from my experience. Okay, well this side here, there's no paint on the door handles. It would have been nice to have some silver paint there. I mean, it sticks out a lot. I guess I could do it with just a silver Sharpie, but oh well. Anyways, you gotta excuse my fingers. I'm always painting models, so I always got stained hands. So if that's the case. The front grille, there is a texture there. The black could have been a little better laying up in there. Silver painted turn signals, I'm guessing, or maybe they're fog lamps. And then plastic inserted headlamps with a nice silver surround, so that's pretty good, the front end. But whoa, look at this emblem. This is way off center. It looks like it's a decal too. It's not tampo printed because you can see that little wrinkly clear stuff around it. So, so that's too bad. Definitely not up to Kyosho standards by today's Kyosho blister. Even their old blister packs, it doesn't seem to meet their standards. And so Dydo, yeah, if this is a regular Kyosho, it would probably have plastic tail lamps. So I'm not sure when, what year this Dydo series came out. Obviously it had to have happened in 2003 or later. So I also don't know what the cost would have been on these originally. If anyone knows, please leave a comment. But with regular Kyosho blisters, I'm guessing this was under $5 because I think regular blister Kyosho packs were like $5 around 2003. Okay, well, what can you do? Well, I can't do much. I mean, I'm not going to go back in time and get a better model. And I don't know of a better 166mm coupe in this scale. If anyone's interested, this the nomenclature of this Ferrari 166 is the displacement of each cylinder. It's 166 cubic centimeters, I guess, or maybe it's cubic millimeters. And then you take that times 12 cylinders, that equals a 2-liter engine, and that would make 140 horsepower. And this car was pretty light. It's only 650 kilos, and it got up to like 136 miles per hour. I think there were versions that ran in Le Mans. So it's a really highly sought after car. There's a convertible or roadster version of this, and I think one of those was going for like $8 million at auction, because obviously this is a very early Ferrari. So okay, well that's it for today, and hopefully if there are any Ferrari fans, I'd love to hear from you.